What if you could talk to anyone without knowing their language? It could be your international business partners or the linguistically diverse customers of your company. Good evening. My name is Mrinal. I'm the CEO of Ping, and we are building an intelligent platform to remove language barriers across the world. First, let's take a look at where the current solutions are going wrong. Most texting apps assume that all users in the conversation know a common language. Well, what do you do if you receive a message in a language you don't understand? Most traditional translation systems are trained on books and other formal data. Well, chat systems require a translation service that is specific to them. To solve these problems, we developed our own conversational translation engine trained on chat data from real people. This system requires zero user intervention. It all happens behind the scenes in real time automatically. We wanted to build a truly intuitive system that works across all platforms. And I'm going to show you a glimpse of that really quickly. You select your language when you install Ping, and then you can leave the rest to us. The user on the left speaks in English, and the user in the right speaks German. The users don't care what language the other person speaks. They can just talk normally. Everything is handled behind the scenes, all automatic, all in real time. We've identified our closest competitors as Systran. They work with translation for a while now, but we differentiate our product by focusing on chat conversations. We're not going after the general translation market, which doesn't work well for conversations. We support code mixing, which means you can change your language in the middle of a sentence in a message, as you normally would. Also, we're going to start with Indian markets, where there are more than 25 different languages that are not supported in the current platforms. Last year, the top 4 banks in India spent $5 billion on customer support. And using Ping, they don't have to spend money on hiring and training people to support different languages. As our initial business clients, we're going to target the 2 largest banks in India. And with one of them, we already have an approved test pilot and a meeting with their managing director. For our monetization strategy, companies will be able to license our translation API for use with their own apps and services, like chatbots, for example, allowing them to service a lot more customers for a fraction of the cost. Another option is for businesses that don't have a chat platform and want to use Ping as their chat interface. We believe we are the right people to build Ping, and our collective experience in machine learning, programming, business development allow us a sense of self-sufficiency that is hard to come by in this field. Over the next 18 months, we want to include more languages in Ping and want to include more clients. We require the mentorship of you, the investors, for that. Thank you for your time.
So for the first 5 slides, I thought this is just going to be another translation pitch. You kind of got me on the whole, we're going to India, and this is actually be used for banks, and there's a problem with languages. I don't see a problem, generally speaking, English to somebody else in German. I don't need it very often, or in whatever French. It seems like you have a really specific market, which I think is a very, very strong competitive advantage. I assume it works. So generally speaking, I like it. I like that you want to do it in India. You should look for money in India, not in the US.
All right, we're going to start with India and then expand later on to Hong Kong and other European countries.
India is big enough for a long time to support a very large business.
Right. We're thinking of really up there.
You talked about this, but you went over it quickly. What are you using to actually train your models?
Sorry?
What are you using to train the models?
We developed our own neural network-based translation system that's proprietary, and it's based on chat data that was available publicly, but we've augmented that and developed our own system.
And so is it required of partners to also provide data to you about conversations that their customer service reps have had?
That's not necessary. No.
So how will you know those specific use cases in a financial context, for example, with the banks?
They don't need to provide the data itself for us to augment it, because we'll be releasing a B2C app as well that will be used for data collection and augmentation of our system.